Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, and we're going to start taking a look at the last days of January and on into your February. And overall, it's not that bad. In fact, the real cold there is going to be pretty much locked up to the north. Some will head south, but overall, it's just going to be pretty much a typical start to your February. First, let's talk about your Wednesday, and temperatures not bad. We're going to start seeing a nice little warm up there in the southern U.S. and the central U.S., especially down into the southeast. The real cold air locked up into the north. By Thursday, you see the nice warming up working its way into the Midwest, and that's it's going to be pretty nice. Normal high temperatures now. Remember, we're on the upslope of normal, so the normal highs and lows are starting to increase a little bit each and every day. Right now, the normal high in the Ohio Valley, right around 40, the normal lows in the mid 20s, and we'll see that again continue to inch up, especially as we work our way on into February. Here on Friday, nice warm up here in the central U.S. We have some cold air now starting to seep southward there into northern plains, and that's in response to the next system that's going to be moving on in. Real nice weather will be concentrated along the Gulf Coast, especially those of you down in Florida. By Saturday, you see a little bit of a southern push of some of that cold air. That's because the next system will be moving out and it's going to swing around, bringing in some cooler air. But nice little warm up again there in the central U.S. in response to that next system that will also be moving a little bit more towards the east but northeast as we head our way on into the weekend. By Sunday, you see that warm up again, but there's that real cold air now starting to move its way down. So every time we see a system move across, it's going to start tapping a little bit more of some of that colder air. And then by next Monday, you see that working its way down into the south. So in the short term, we're going to see a nice little warm up. So any type of precipitation, most of it's going to fall in the form of rain. But notice how nice it's going to be down along the southeast. Now, as far as precipitation is concerned, here's our Wednesday, fairly quiet. We have some rain around the Great Lakes up into the northeast, and here's that next developing storm system. Watch what happens here on Thursday. It really gets itself organized. We could be looking at some severe weather in this part of the country, but because temperatures are warm, we're going to see all liquid. With this system, the snow will be confined up into Canada. By Friday, that works its way into the Midwest. And again, remember, temperatures are going to be above normal, so I do not expect any frozen precipitation with that. But we could hear and see some rumbles of thunder and some lightning with this system. Severe weather potentially down into the southeast. But also notice the active weather along the west coast. And we're going to see a series of those systems, and they're going to be moving more towards the east, and so it's going to tap in some cold weather, but for the most part, some beneficial rains there for the west coast. Here by Friday, that moves out. By Saturday, it moves out, so we're looking at some drier weather here for the upcoming weekend. But here's that next system bringing some beneficial rains to California, and that system actually may start dropping a little bit further south and giving Southern California some rain, staying fairly dry in the state of Florida, but you do need some rain, especially in South Florida. And here's that next system for Monday. We're looking for, again, some precipitation for California working its way into the Rockies. That's where that cold air is, remember? And also here across the Great Lakes. Remember, the cold air is being tapped by that first system there on Thursday, Friday. Here comes the next one, so it's going to be a little bit snowier for you, those of you up into the Great Lakes, and then that's going to certainly work its way into New England here by the beginning of next week. So you're looking at some snow up in this area and some colder air working its way down into the central U.S. But here's that big system out towards the west. Again, I think this is going to start bringing some precipitation down into central and southern California. But overall, not too bad as we work our way into the first week of February. So there you have it. Not too bad. The real cold air will work its way in by the weekend, but overall, watch out for some severe weather by the end of this week and the beginning of February. I'm George, the Weather Dad.